Dear student, good morning and Sat Shri Akal. Welcome to my YouTube channel Japji Infotech. In today's video, we have come up with a revision of lesson 1 to lesson 3 of Computer Science class 10th. So be sure to watch this video to the end to fully revise this lesson. So we will now learn about multiple choice question in lesson 1. So our first question is, which tool is used to maintain budget, financial statement and sales record? And the option are multimedia, spreadsheet, presentation and database. And the right answer is spreadsheet tool is used to maintain budget, financial statement and sales record. Second one is Word automatically insert a page break when we reach the dash of a page. And the option are starting and mid of page or none of these. So the right answer is Word automatically insert a page break when we reach the end of a page. And the third one is, as we type our document, dash wavy line will appear under any word that is spelled incorrectly. So the option are blue, white, red and black. And the right answer is, as we type our document, the red wavy line will appear under any word that is spelled incorrectly. So the next question is, the most common type of effect dash effect include entrances and exit. And the option are animation, sound effect, design or transition. So the right answer is, the most common type of animation effect include entrances and exits. And the fifth one is, page dash are the blank space around the edge of the page. And the option are graphics, design, margin or none of these. So the right answer is page, margin are the blank space around the edges of the page. So now we will learn about fill in the blank. So our first fill in the blank is, computer software is classified into two categories, dash and dash. And the right answer is computer software is classified into two categories, system software and application software. Second one is, database software is a collection of related data. The purpose of this tool is to dash and dash data. So the right answer is database software is a collection of related data. The purpose of this tool is to organize and manage data. And the third one is, we can choose either dash or dash orientation for all or part of our document. So the right answer is, we can choose either portrait or landscape orientation for all or part of our document. The fourth one is, the image file extension supported by PowerPoint include dash and dash, TIFF and bitmap. So the right answer is, the bitmap file extension supported by PowerPoint include JPG, GIF, TIFF and bitmap. And the fifth one is, multimedia software is tool that allow the user to create dash and dash with the help of media player and real player. So the right answer is, multimedia software is tool that allow the user to create audio and video with the help of media player and real player. So now we will learn about true or false. The first one is, the main purpose of spreadsheet software is to produce document. Wrong. Second one is, application software is software that can perform a specific task for the user. Right. Third one is, we can drag existing tab top, left or right along the ruler to a different position. True. Fourth one is, print preview automatically display when we click on the print tab. True. Now we will learn about very short answer type question. So the first question is, write extension of Word document in MS Office 2010. So the right answer is .docx. Second question is, write extension of spreadsheet in MS Office 2010. So the right answer is .xlsx. Third one is, write extension of PowerPoint in MS Office 2010. So the right answer is .pptx. And the fourth question is write the full form of BMP. So the full form of BMP is bitmap. Fifth one is write the full form of PDF. So PDF stand for portable document format. So now we will learn about short answer type question, and our first question is define system software. The software used to control all the function of a computer is called system software. Application software cannot function without system software. So there are many types of system software such as operating system, language translator, utility program, and many more. And the second question is explain database software. So a database is a collection of related data. The main purpose of this tool is to organize and manage data. Organization use this software to store the data. Example of database software are MS Access, Oracle, SQL Server, etc. And the third question is explain multimedia software. So multimedia is a combination of more than one media. There are 5 main elements of multimedia: text, picture, audio, video, and animation. So multimedia software helps the user to create audio or video file using these elements. So media player is an example of a multimedia tool. So our fourth question is what is page break? How to insert a page break? So page break are used to insert a new page. We can enter page break using the Ctrl plus Enter shortcut key. It can also be entered using the Insert tab. The steps of which are as follows. First one is click where we want the new page to start. Click on the Insert tab, then click on page break in the page group. So now we will learn about long answer type question, and our first question is what is Office tool? Explain any 5 of Office tool. So Office tool software are programs that help the user to create things like document, database, graphics, worksheet, and presentation. So many Office tools are used for commercial purposes. So type of Office tool are, the first one is word processing tool, second one database software tool, third one spreadsheet tool, fourth one presentation tool, and fifth one is multimedia software. Now we will learn about all these tools one by one. So first tool is word processing tool. The main purpose of this tool is to create document. MS Word, Notepad, WordPad, etc. are some example of word processing. Second one is database software tool. So database is a collection of related data. The main purpose of this tool is to organize or manage data. MS Access, FoxPro, DBase, Oracle are prime examples. The third one is spreadsheet tool. So this tool is used to manage budget, financial statement, and sales record. So MS Excel is a prime example of spreadsheet tool. And the fourth one is presentation tool. So this tool is used to display information in the form of slideshow. The main function of the presentation tool are editing text, inserting and formatting, adding graphics to the text, and running the slideshow. The main example of this is MS PowerPoint. So the fifth one is multimedia software. This tool helps the user to create audio, video. There are different versions of multimedia tools, which are audio converter, player burner, video encoder, and decoder. So third question is what is tab stop? Explain setting manual tab stop. So creating tab stop can be helpful when creating a large number of documents such as flyer, table of content, or even when creating a resume. So tab stop help us to accurately display and sort information. So setting the manual tab stop, the steps are: first one, click the tab selector at the left corner of the ruler until it displays the type of tab that you want. Second one is then click in the ruler at the top of your page where we want to stop the tab. The 5 types of tab stop are as follows. The first one is left tab stop. It sets the starting position of the text which goes to the right as you type. Second one is center tab stop. Specify the center of the text. The text is set as we type. Third one is right tab stop. It sets the right side of the text as the text moves to the left as we type. Fourth one is decimal tab stop. It aligns the digit with the decimal. It does not change the place of the decimal beyond the number of digits. And the last one is bar tab stop. It does not position the text. This tab insert a vertical bar at position. So our fourth question is explain print preview and print command. The difference between print and print preview is as follow. The first one is print command is used to print the document on paper, whereas print preview command is used to preview the document itself before printing it. And second one is clicking the print command from the file menu help us to print the document, whereas when we click on the print command in the file menu, Word automatically previews the document. So now we will learn about multiple choice question in lesson number 2. So the first one is what should be the first tag in any HTML document? So the right answer is so the option are head, title, HTML or document, and the right answer is HTML should be the first tag in any HTML document. Second one is what is the correct HTML tag for inserting a line break, and the option are BR, LB, break or new line, and the right answer is BR is the correct HTML tag for inserting a line break. Third one is a web page display a picture. What tag was used to display that picture, and the option are picture, image, IMG or SRC. So the right answer is a web page display a picture. IMG tag was used to display that picture. And the fourth one is page designed in HTML is called a dash, and the option are yellow page, web page, server page or front page. And the right answer is page designed in HTML is called a web page. Fifth one is HTML document is saved using dash extension, and the option are .htl, .html, .html and .html. So the right answer is HTML document is saved using .html extension. And the sixth one is table tag has various other tags. These are tr, td, th or all of the above. So the right answer is table tag has various other tags. These are all of the above. So now we will learn about fill in the blanks in lesson number 2. So HTML stands for dash, and the right answer is hypertext markup language. Second one is dash list to represent an unorganized list. So the right answer is unordered list to represent an unorganized list. Third one is dash tag is used to define the element of a list. So the right answer is list tag is used to define the element of a list. Fourth one is ALT stands for, so the right answer is alternate. So the fifth one is dash is the main part of the HTML document in which whole information about the web page reside. So the right answer is body is the main part of the HTML document in which whole information about the web page reside. Sixth one is the dash contain title that identify the heading of the HTML document. So the right answer is the heading contain the title that identify the heading of the HTML document. So now we will learn about true or false. First one is HTML is a structure language, true. Second one is table heading start with th tag and end with th tag, true. Third one is align does not define the alignment of the attached image in contrast of the web page, false. Fourth one is cell padding is the pixel space between the cell content and the cell border, true. So fifth one is definition list generally contain the definition of different terms and their meaning, true. So now we will learn about full form. And the first one is HTML. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Second one is B. B stands for bold. I for italic. U stands for underline. OL stands for order list. UL stands for unordered list. P stands for paragraph. And BR tag stands for break row. Ninth one is SS stand for source, IMG stand for image, TS stand for table row, TH stand for table heading, TD stands for table data, LI stand for list, UR stand for uniform resource locator. So now we will learn about very short answer type question, and the first question is name the tag which is by the beginning and ending tags. It is called container tag. Name the tag of the HTML document to which whole information about the web page reside. So the right answer is body tag. Third one is name a tag which is an empty element that is used to break a line and display the preceding text from the next line without giving any space between lines. So the right answer is BR tag. Fourth one is name the list which have information related to each other but their sequence is not important. So the right answer is bulleted list. So now we will learn about short answer type questions. Our first question is what is HTML? So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is a simple language and it is used to create web pages. The tag command used in a web page are called tags. The tag is represented by angle bracket. There are two types of tags used in this category. The first one is container tag and the second one is empty tag. And the second question is what is a tag? The tag command used in a web page are called tag. Tag are specific instructions that direct a web browser to perform a specific task. The tag is represented by the angle bracket. There are two types of tag used. First one is container tag. Container tag is also called pair tag or companion tag. They are used twice in the document. For example, B, hello, and B. Second one is empty tag. These are also called singular tags. They are used only once in a document. For example, left angle bracket BR, right angle bracket close tag. Third one is what is image tag? Explain. So the image tag is used to insert images into a web page. This is an empty tag. It starts with IMG tag. The address of the image is set with the help of the SRC attribute in the image tag. So for example, left angle bracket image space SRC equal to in double quote write the path of the image and then right angle bracket close. Fourth one is name different tag used to create a table. So different tag used to create a table are first one is table heading, second one table row, third one is table data, and the fifth question is explain font tag with its attribute. The font tag is used to change the style, size, and color of the text on a web page. The font tag is a container tag. It starts with the font tag and ends with the font tag. Face, size, and color are the main attributes used in font tag. For example, left angle bracket font space then face equal to in double quote write the font face, that is Arial, space size equal to 2, color equal to red, then right angle bracket close, then write the text which you want to change the font face, then close the font tag. So now you will learn about difference between order and unordered list. So the answer is in an order list, the order of the list item is important. If we change the order, the meaning of the whole list changes. Whereas in an order list, the order of the item is not significant. We can swap two items or reverse the whole list and it still remains the same list. Second point is order list start with OL and ends with the /OL tag, whereas unordered list start with the UL and ends with the UL tag. Third one is OL is a container tag, whereas UL is also a container tag. The fourth one is OL has an LI list item tag, which defines the list element defined in the list, whereas in UL has an also list item tag which defines the list element defined in the list. And the fifth one is in an order list, the attribute used in type which has value as 1 as Arabic, A as uppercase letter, small a as lowercase letter, I stand for uppercase Roman and lowercase Romans. Whereas in an order list, the attribute used in type which has value as disk, circle and square. So the default value of the order list of type attribute is 1, whereas default value of type attribute is disk in unordered list. So our next question is differentiate between BG color and background. So the answer is, first point is background attribute is used in body as well as in table tag to add background image in the given web page or a table, whereas in BG color attribute is used in the body as well as in table tag to change the background color of the web page or a table. So second point is syntax of background is left angle bracket body space background equal to, in double quote, write the URL of path of the image, then close the right angle bracket. Whereas in BG color, the syntax is left angle bracket table space BG color equal to, in double quote, write the color name, then close the right angle bracket. So similarly, both examples are given in third point. So next question is differentiate between col span and row span. So the first point is, sometimes it makes sense for a cell to span multiple columns. This might be used for a header cell that title a group of column of entries. Whereas in row span, sometimes it makes sense for a cell to span multiple rows. This might be used for a sidebar that group row of entries. Second one is, this allows a single table cell to span the width of more than one cell or column, whereas in row span allow a single table cell to span the height of more than one row. Third point is col span is attribute that is used in that is th and td tag in rows, whereas in row span is the attribute that is used in th and td tag. Fourth point is it provides the same functionality as merge cell in spreadsheet program like Excel, whereas in row span it also provides the same functionality as merge cell in a spreadsheet program like Excel. So next question is differentiate between tag and attribute. So first point of tag is, tag are those instructions which display information on web page, whereas in an attribute define a property of tag. So second point is tag may contain attribute, whereas attribute is a part of opening tag of an element. Third point is there are two types. First one is empty tag and second one is container tag, whereas in type of attribute depend upon the tag used. So each tag has its own number of attributes. So example of tag is as the table tag is shown. So it represents a tag, whereas in attribute, so left angle bracket table space border equal to 3. So border represent the attribute and table is the tag. So now we will learn about long answer type question. The first question is describe the basic structure of HTML. The following document represents the web page. The structure of this document is very easy to understand. This document starts with the HTML tag and ends with the /HTML tag. The entire document is written between these tags. The HTML document have two parts, the head part and the body part. So first of all, we will learn about head part. The head part is represented by the head tag. The head tag is a container tag. So it also starts with the head tag and the end with the /head tag. This head tag contains web page header information. The title tag is used to define the title of the web page inside the head tag. And the second one is body part. The body part is represented by the tag body. So body tag is also a container tag. It starts with the body tag and ends with the /body tag. This tag is used to show the body of the document, all the content of the page written in this tag. For example, so next question is what are the various tags used in table? Explain with an example. So the following tags are used to create table. First one is table tag. This tag is used to start and close the table. Second one is tr tag. its full name is table row. It is used to insert rows into the table. Third one is th tag. Its full name is table heading. It is used to write the name of a column in a table. And the fourth one is t tag. Its full name is table data. It is used to write data to cells in a table. So here is the example and their output. So third question is explain order list with an example. So order list is also called number list. This is done using the OL tag. So this is also a container tag. This tag uses the li tag to create a list of items. The type of numbering can be changed using the type attribute in the li tag. The value of the type attribute can be small letter, uppercase letter, Roman letter, small and uppercase, and the Roman letters. The example of the OL tag is given below, and this is the output of the OL list. So next question is explain nesting list with an example. So when another list is written in one list, it becomes a nested list. No separate tag is used to create a nested list. The following example is illustrate the nested list. So as you see in the below, so this is the output of the example mentioned. So next question. So now we will learn about multiple choice question in lesson number 3. So our first question is, what is the use of form in HTML? So our option is to display content of email, to display animation effect, to collect user input, or none of the above. So the right answer is to collect user input. Form in HTML is used. Second one is, which of the following is most commonly used HTTP method? And the option are pre and post, get and set, ask and reply, and get and post. So the right answer is get and post. Third one is it possible to link within the current page? So the option are yes, no, only in frame, or none. So the right answer is yes, it is possible to link within the current page. So our fourth question is, an HTML form is a part of a web page that includes areas where information is fed by the user and sent to the website web server. Both A and B, and none of the above. So the right answer is both A and B. Fifth one is a container tag is used to allow multiple lines of text in a single input item is known as text area, checkbox, radio button, or none of the above. So the right answer is a container tag is used to allow multiple lines of text in a single input item is known as text area. So now we will learn about fill in the blanks. So our first fill in the blank is dash tag is used to create a link on a web page. So the right answer is anchor tag. Second one is dash is used to send information into the web server. So the right answer is form. If you want to allow multiple line of text that is used in the form, so the answer is text area. Fourth one is to select multiple options in a form, we can use dash, and the right answer is checkbox. Fifth one is to clear all options from a form, we can use dash button. So the right answer is reset button. So now we will learn about true or false. So first one is an unvisited link is underlined and blue, true. Second one is input type equal to password will show asterisk in the text box, right. Third one is selection lists are used to define the drop down list, true. So now we will learn about full form. So first full form is A stand for anchor tag, href stand for hypertext reference, URL stand for uniform resource locator, BG color stand for background color, SRC stand for source. So now we will learn about very short answer type questions. So our first question is, which tag is used to link a web page? So the right answer is anchor tag. Second one is, which attribute is defined to specify where to send the form data when a form is submitted? So the right answer is action attribute. So third question is, this method is used to encode the feeder data by the user by using URL path and is sent to the server. So the answer is get method. So fourth question is, what are used to perform some action on the given web page? So the right answer is button. So now we will learn about short answer type question. So our first question is, what is hyperlink? So hyperlink are also called link or hypertext link. It can be used to link a document to one or more web pages via text or images. The web browser displays the hyperlink in blue and draw a line below it. Hyperlink are used to link between different web pages of a website. So our second question is, what is anchor tag? The anchor tag A is used to create a link to a web page. Its starting tag is A and its ending tag is /A. The unlinked link on the web page appear underlined and of blue color, and the link that has been clicked and underlined is of purple color. The syntax of the anchor tag is A space then href equal to in double quote URL, then close the right angle bracket, then link text, then ending of the anchor tag. So third question is, what is a form? The form is the area of the web page in which the user fills in the information and sends it to the publisher of the web page. This information may include feedback, personal information, messages, complaint, etc. The form is defined by the form tag. The form tag is also a container tag. So fourth question is, name different type of button used in HTML form. So button in form have different important element. They are used to perform certain action on a web page. There are many type of button. Here are some important button. First one is submit button. This button is used to send the data form to the web server. And the second one is reset button. This button is used to execute data form values. And third one is button, which is used to access the JavaScript function code. And fourth one is image button. So this is commonly used to create hyperlinks. So fifth question is, what is checkbox? A checkbox is an simple input box that look like a small square which we can click to select or deselect. A checkbox is used to select information in a group. It is used in the input tag or the HTML, and each checkbox has to be given a name attribute as given in the example. So now we will learn about long answer type questions. Our first question is, discuss different type of button with example. So button are the important elements of form. They are used to perform certain action on a web page. There are many type of button. Here are some important button. First one is submit button. This button is used to send the data form to the web server. Second one is reset button. This button is used to clear the value of the form. The following example illustrate the use of this button in the form. So second question is, what is selection list in form? The selection list is also called the selection list. This is an important element of the form. Using it, the user can select one or more options from the list. The HTML tags are used to create an option list using select tag. This tag can be used to create scrolling list and drop down list. These lists use select tag between option tag to insert option. For example, as you see in below. So next question is, explain text area with an example. The text area is an important element of the form. It is used to insert multiple lines of text from the user. To use the text area, use the text area tag in the form tag. This tag is a container tag. There are two attributes of this tag, rows and cols. The attribute row defines the number of lines in the text area, and the col attribute defines the number of columns in the text area. For example, as mentioned below. So next question is, what is the purpose of action and method in form? The form is a part of the web page. It includes all the area of the web page in which the user enters the information sent to the website. The form tag is used to create the form in the text. The data in the form is sent to the web server with the help of action and method attribute in the form tag. The action attribute of the form is the name of the file that serves to process the form data on the server. The form method attribute represent the method of receiving the form on the server. The value of this attribute is post or get. The following example illustrates the use of these attributes. So student, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will get notification of more video like this. Thank you.